Hey guys, and welcome to Janet being Janet. Today we're going to go over a couple of things that Katie Joy has been doing while she's been covering the Gabby Petito case. And I have inserted a bunch of clips from some videos that she has done, and I hope you stay and watch till the end because I want to show you how some of the things that she is doing is completely wrong, in my opinion. And guys, everything in this video is my opinion and my opinion alone. Please feel free to do your own research and go on to Twitter and Instagram and all those good old social media places and see these things for yourself if you would like to. But remember, this is only for entertainment purposes, and I am doing this just for the fun of it and to have fun. That's the point of it. And also to call Katie Joy out on the things that she's, doing wrong. All in my opinion. Once again, everything's going to be in my opinion, but I hope y'all guys stay till the end. Guys, I'm not doing any coverage of this Gabby Petito case. I'm sorry, but I wanted to show y'all just a couple of things that Katie Joy has been up to. If you look here, she actually captioned or hashtag something with Gabby Petito instead of Gabby's actual name. She had spelt it right up in the beginning, and then she decided she was going to do it differently down at the bottom. This is careless mistakes that she is making because she is wanting to be the first at getting news out. Here's another careless mistake that she has made, saying Gabby Petito announces the launch of the Gabby Petito Foundation with the goal of helping families in similar situations. The website is not robust at this point. They are accepting donations, and there is information on the website for the memorial tomorrow in Blue Point, New York. And by the time this has gone up, the memorial's already happened. But y'all notice Gabby Petito announces it for Gabby Petito. That right there is just research for you. So, Without a Crystal Ball got called out, and she had to correct it to say Joseph Petito announces the launch of the Gabby Petito Foundation with the goal of helping families in similar situations. People noticed this, and they immediately called her out on it, and so she had to hurry up really, really fast and correct what she had put out there. You have to take your time when you're covering such sentimental things as this right here. Slow down, Katie Joy. Crystal Ball, or Without a Crystal Ball, went ahead and captioned this. I want to apologize to anyone who is here for regular content. I have taken a personal interest in the Gabby Petito case. The coverage isn't about money or even views. I make more gossiping about reality TV. This was an issue that hit home for me. Domestic violence, loss of a child, and narcissistic abusers. It's almost 10 p.m. I'm thinking about how the Laundries can't remember the last time they saw their son. I don't care what anyone says. A mother knows when they last saw their child. When our kids are going through something, we pay attention. We don't forget that our kid might have disappeared on a Monday instead of a Tuesday. We certainly don't wait 4 days to call the police if we think our child might have harmed themselves. I know where my son is tonight. I know where he is every day. Sure, he's younger than Brian, but I'm the helicopter mom. You will never convince me that Brian Laundrie is missing. If my son was missing, I would be kicking down every door, calling police, posting flyers everywhere, and calling every influencer and media outlet I know to help me find him. I wouldn't be out back wearing a moo sun hat and playing in my garden. I wouldn't be allowing the FBI to waste millions of dollars on a bogus lead that my son is at a park. I'd move heaven and earth to find him. That's what a real parent does. What I'm witnessing with the Laundries explains to me how Brian became the psychopath he is. This person saw that caption and says, what the, I am so freaking angry and upset right now. She has no idea what it's like to lose a child. This is disgusting, disrespectful, and offensive to those of us who have lost a child. How dare she? And guys, I haven't lost a child, so I do not know where this person's coming from, but I can tell you that the research that I have done, or not research, me looking at it, Katie Joy's only had one child. So I'm not for sure that she actually lost a child. So let's look at this one. KJ is an absolute disgrace. Despicable, vile, evil POS. First, she posted last night insinuating she has experienced the loss of a child when her son is alive, offending all of us that have lost a child. And now I see this. What would Gabby's family feel if they saw this? And what she's talking about is Katie Joy was actually tagging on her videos that this was for entertainment and reality TV. And that was shared by someone else on Twitter, showing that that's what Katie was doing with the stories that she was covering about Gabby. Guys, this stream that she done November 17th of 2020, my most important video, we almost lost our previous son in February of 2013. I would like y'all to pay attention to how she acts in this video because it's going to be important for the next video that actually is coming up. And on the same little video here, I've just did a bunch of clips together. But it's going to be important the way that she smiles and the way that she's okay with everything. And she's just so easygoing. So y'all stick around through all of these, okay?
Concerned that I would have my son early, my doctor immediately placed me on bed rest. After all of that happened, I ended actually having my water break on 35 weeks, I think, one day. And then I proceeded to have my son a couple days later. So my son ultimately was a late term premature baby. He was 5 pounds, 10 ounces. I had no reason to believe that there was anything wrong at all.
So, guys, Katie Joy was actually able to have her son, even though he was a preemie, she was able to have her son. And that is a very amazing thing. Childbirth is always amazing.
We ended up spending 7.5 weeks in the NICU with a variety of issues. He was also diagnosed at that time with a heart defect. So we were right off the bat, he had an open PDA, pulmonary hypertension, respiratory distress, and a heart defect. Today, my son is 8 years old, and Children's Hospital, along with other hospitals in my area, have helped my son not only thrive, not only like survive, but thrive. Having a child with chronic health issues is not only taxing emotionally and physically and financially, but it is also very isolating.
Guys, did y'all catch that? She was smiling throughout this video, telling all about all of her son's problems. And if y'all want to know more about what her son was actually born with, you're more than welcome to go back and watch Katie Joy's actual video talking about all this. I just wanted to point out some of the things that, she just kind of is just leaving out of things. But y'all she was smiling and she had a good pour going on and everything during this video. Now watch what happens the next time she's talking about it. Okay, this one was streamed live on January 12th of 2021 where she says, I almost lost everything on that day. Now this video is more of a I hate to say it, more of a trying to be a depressive video. She is saying things in order to get pity out of people. And the reason why I say this is because of the next little clips I'm going to show you after I get done commentating on this one.
Why do I feel so like down when I can't process anything and I can't think and can't find anything and I can't focus? And then all of a sudden I get this message in my inbox and it's from this person that I've known for a very long time. And it was a message that had come on her like memories from 8 years ago. And it was like about my son. And it was about the day that he almost passed. And she's like, this was in my memories today. And it was a prayer for my child because he was like not doing well and we didn't know why. And I was like, this is why I can't do anything today.
Katie Joy, if this was actually one of those days that is one of the hardest days for you, you wouldn't need anybody to remind you about it. Just my opinion. You wouldn't need anybody to say, okay, this happened on this day with your son and, here's your reminder. You wouldn't need that. So that's why I think this is all for pity. Just my opinion.
Like, this is why I can't focus. This is why I'm so out of it. It's like your body knows, but you don't connect the dots. I wouldn't have even like paid attention until she sent me that. And I was like, this is 8 years ago, the worst day of my life. I go into this fog this time every year that this happens, and it's like I don't really realize I'm going through it. And then like looking at my kid now and being like, oh my God, he's here, he's alive, everything's cool, like he made it, you know? And I came downstairs and I told my son happy survival day, because that's what we call it. It's like his second birthday, because he was born and then he almost passed. Now he's survived.
Guys, are y'all seeing the difference in the clips from the previous one and this one? She was all smiles and happy-go-lucky in the last one. Now, all of a sudden, she's got watery eyes and she's really sad. And, this could be a hard day for her. But do I fully believe it? No, not 100%, and that's just my opinion.
I'm just going to go onto the main channel. I'm going to share it there. Sometimes people care about me there. Sometimes they don't. I'm sure it's PTSD. Today was one of those days where I had a lot of things that I wanted to tweet that I just kept like typing it out and then not sending. I've learned that this is a really great tool. Type it out, don't send it. Type it out, don't send it. You get it out and then you read it and then you're like, I would give up everything to not have to deal with this if we could make him healthy. I would like give up the world if it meant that he would be have his health, but that's just not possible. So when people tell me that I need to leave the internet and I have to give up and I have to stop.
Katie Joy, people are telling you need to leave the internet and spend more time with your son. They're wanting you to be with your son more. That's the whole point of most of the comments that I have seen in regards to you being online all the time.
You guys is chatting about it's really weird to me that you guys are sitting here chatting about things that are totally unrelated and I'm telling you something really serious. And you guys are just like talking about things that are unrelated. I actually think I'm gonna go. It's weird to be opening up and all I see is you guys sitting there talking about yourselves. So.
All right, guys, hopefully you've stuck with me this long, but do you see the change in her demeanor? Oh my goodness gracious, is she so mad because people aren't focusing just on her. They're focusing on someone else in the chat who's actually lost a child. And this actually matters to other people in the chat. And it's not all about Katie Joy, and she does not like it at all.
You guys are being really rude. I honestly can't imagine sitting here and having someone open up to you about the hardest day of their lives and you're sitting there talking to strangers and you're literally just not even listening and you're just talking about yourself.
The point of a live stream is for your audience to be able to communicate with each other and have a good time. Why would you want to block them from that? They are consoling someone who actually lost a child. This is the reason why I say that everything is actually fake when it comes to her. Because this right here, I think, in my opinion, was a pity move to actually record any kind of stream about her son and this being a bad day for her.
And now the chat is focusing on Susan and Debbie. I understand that you're talking about what happened to you, but when you're chatting and I'm talking, how do you listen to me? It seems kind of rude to me. So I don't know if I would do something like that. But I can't, you're sharing with me while I'm talking. I can't read with you and you're talking and then it's taking over the entire, all I see is people talking about their own stuff. And I'm not trying to be selfish, but it's man, I just want to share something and I just want people to listen. Thank you, Molly, for becoming a member.
Katie Joy, if you wanted people just to actually not respond to anything you have to say and not talk to each other, you could have just done a video. You honestly could have. You're the one that chose to go on live, and on live, things like this happen. Your people talk to each other, and they try to have a good time. And you know what? I have to give it up to the people that's actually in chat because they're consoling somebody who, like I said, who has actually lost a child. Guys, these are all my opinions.
It's weird. I've gotten used to this weird thing about when you live in this world, because it's like, but if you say to turn chat off, but you're not trying to share with me. If you're trying to talk about your own life while I'm talking, you're not actually listening.
You know, Katie Joy, sometimes the me, I situations that you put yourself in causes things like this, causes people to just, listen to what you're saying, but not interact with you because it is all about you. My opinion.
I don't think that makes sense, but whatever. It's distracting when I'm trying to tell you a story when I see the chat and you guys are talking and you're not listening, and I'm having a hard day, and I appreciate my members so much, but man, it's upsetting that this is what happens in this world when you have a child that's sick. Is that when one person opens up, then everyone else has to pile their stories on and talk about their life too.
Katie Joy, you're not the only person with a disabled child. You are not the only person that goes through certain situations. There's other people out there going through things that I couldn't even imagine going through. And here you are sitting on your live stream acting like everybody should care only about you and not care about each other. That's not how the world works, Katie Joy. Most people actually care about one another. They care about what other people are going through, and they like to express that. You need, in my opinion, to learn that and be thankful for the audience that you have.
And sometimes all you want is someone to listen and not have to tell you about what they went through. You just want someone to hear what you said and to understand, and to not make it about themselves and have a conversation. If I were sitting with you face to face, I highly doubt that you would interrupt and start talking about your own experience. I highly doubt you would start talking about your own child and make it about you because you can empathize. And this happens so much with this world. Like, we as parents start competing in a way with one another that our experience was worse or we understood it more.
Katie Joy, you have put yourself in this Scabby Potato case, showing everybody exactly how it's affecting you and, how you relate to it. You're not even allowing the family to go through what they need to go through because you are putting out videos and doing multiple videos, and you actually talk about yourself and how it affects you and how you have been doing things. And so you're kind of just, talking yourself in circles here.
And I didn't see people relating to me. I saw people commenting to other people and it just looked like you guys were having a good old time in there. And so anyways,
do y'all see how selfish she has been throughout this little set of clips that I've showed you? How it's all been about her, and everything is about her and how she feels, not how anybody else feels. Katie Joy has to be number one, in my opinion.
Because I respect her boundaries, right? Is he not asleep? Is he asleep?
I have spent 10 hours in that room. I have spent 10 hours in that room.
Is he not asleep?
I've included this little video that T-Spiracy did where she enhanced some audio, and I just wanted to include it because this actually shows you that Katie Joy had a choice to get up and take care of her child right then and help out her spouse, but Katie Joy made the choice not to do that. And that's all on Katie Joy. She wanted to be live instead of being with her son. And like I said, that was her choice. She made it, not something that I would do, but you know, everybody's different. So shout out to T-Spiracy.
Everything will be fine.
And I'm going to leave you now with a little clip that I found on Twitter where she actually doesn't know where her child is. So, y'all, you know, this is something that I just came across as I was doing this and editing this, and I figured I needed to include this in this.
Hold on 1 second. You cannot have him screaming like that! Sorry guys, my son is just like losing, I don't even know where he is. All I can hear him is screaming and my husband doesn't seem to care.